Welcome to Moments of Motherhood. I'm Bailey.
And I'm Torie. Join us in creating community through shared experiences and candid conversations.
We hope to bring you laughter, comfort, and solidarity in this journey of motherhood.
This is our virtual village.
Okay, welcome back to Moments of Motherhood. I am Bailey, sitting here with my littlest and my best friend, Torie.
Yes. Hi, Kobe. Hi, everyone. The cutest baby.
Oh, thank you. He was not cute 10 minutes ago screaming in the car, but it's fine.
Buddy.
I know.
He's so chill right now. If you guys could see him, he's like a Zen master.
Yeah, he's really chill.
He really is.
That's really all it takes is for me to hold him 24/7. So
right. Oh my gosh.
If only I could get paid for that.
Yeah, motherhood in a nutshell.
Yeah, so I think we should probably jump right into it. Torie and I had a conversation last week, just venting. I was venting, I think, starting with some, I guess, motherhood fails that I was having at the time. And we just thought it would be a great podcast to talk about and relate to, because there's so many moments in life where I think all of us just like F up and you feel like shit about it for a little bit. And it's nice to know that you relate to people and that you're not alone and everyone does it and your kids are going to survive and all will be fine.
Oh my gosh, totally. Amount of mom fails that I've had, and I know so many other moms have had. And then just, especially I feel like when you're in the thick of postpartum, it also just feels like so much even more big than it, like big, so much bigger than it actually is. I mean, not that like you don't feel like shit for a good reason, but yeah, usually it's like elevated, escalated. Whatever. Yeah. Pregnancy brain is also really real for me, guys. So bear with me when I'm trying to like make words.
Because you're making a child.
Literally.
Words are not necessary.
No, I wish they weren't necessary for my 3 little boys.
My goodness, I know. Okay. So would you say the majority of your fails are like things you do, like when you speak, do you say the wrong thing? Do you forget things? Do you drop things? Are yours physical? What's your majority? If you were to say the majority of my mom fails are blank.
I think like me being triggered.
Ooh,
does that work?
Yeah. Like reactive.
Yeah. And honestly, like as you know, I've had each child, like I guess it's different. So when you when you have one, I feel like I was like pretty even keel when it was just my oldest. And then you throw another one in the mix when the first one is still really little and you're like, holy shit, all of everything that I thought I was. Am I still that person? Yeah. Where'd she go? And then, like as I had my third, I really, had to figure out like what really are my triggers, how to react, how to calm myself down in the moment. And yeah, you grow and you expand, but also, I feel like the majority of what I think of my failures is I think of like, oh, I could have reacted better in that situation. And I think we probably last season touched on that during like our mom guilt episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the biggest one for me is probably reactions, being reactive or not. Or like not being quick enough to like diffuse a situation. And then, what would you say yours are?
This might sound bad. I guess I just haven't been feeling that guilty for my reactions, which might be a problem. No. So that hasn't even been a thought in my mind. I feel like mine is a lot more almost clumsy. I just my brain and body are not connected. And I've been doing ridiculous things. I mean, pretty consistently throughout since the jump from 1 to 2. And I think that that's a big talking point also.
Yeah.
Anyone that tells you the jump from 1 to 2 is easy is either lying or has angel babies, because there's not a chance that it's easy.
Yeah, I agree. 1 to 2 was a lot for me
Yeah.
personally and for my relationship.
Yeah, totally. Because, yeah, it's a different level. But I think with my jump, I was scatterbrained, forgetting things, leaving stuff all over. Specifically, I remember my poor Kane. I was really nutrient depleted, postpartum. It was so bad. And I remember we had the Duna, and yeah, you already know this story. But I went, we were getting out of the car, and I took my second out first, and I put him up on the porch, and then I went to the car to get my first out, and I never hit the brake. And literally Kane flipped off of the porch in his Duna. Thank God he was buckled in.
Right.
And somehow,
safety.
yeah, literally somehow came out with no bumps or bruises, but I was hysterical about it and so guilty. And then, thought I would grow from it. And then last week, this kid flipped out of the car seat again. So smashed his face off the ground. And now I have 3 little minions who were trying to comfort me because I was crying. And Kane's sitting there don't worry, Mama. It's fine that Kobe hit his face off the ground. It's fine that he smashed his face off the ground. It's it's okay. Don't cry. And I'm thank you, child.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So a lot of mine, I guess, are physical.
Yeah.
More so. And I mean, Jesus, even a month ago, I carry in the football hold a lot. I don't know if any other moms do that.
Yeah.
We love the football hold.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like it's easier on my back. I don't know. But I was going to get meat out of our freezer in the garage, and you have to kind of step down into our garage.
Yeah.
And I had Kobe in my left arm opening the door on the left side, and walk in, just smash his face right off the handle. Literally drilled it so bad. And I was just oh my God. And he had a mark on his forehead, and then I'm crying, and I don't know.
We always feel worse than the babies also. We always feel worse than however badly our children get hurt. I swear, I promise you.
Or that's what we tell ourselves, because they can't actually tell us how awful it feels.
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
No, but I do think so.
1 second.
Okay.
Ari, I thought my laptop was charging the whole time, and it wasn't. And it was about to die.
Oh, no problem.
And I was it would be worse to have it die than to have to just cut that part off.
Right? No, you're fine.
Okay, so
physical ailments.
Yeah, physical ailments.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty forgetful. Are you forgetful or no?
No, but I can definitely relate to the clumsy thing. Joe was after I had Chase, he would be you used to say you were an athlete. Are you sure? You are so spastic.
Be sure you were athletic.
Yeah. And I'm I swear to God, I am have athletic abilities. Okay. It's just so yeah, I can definitely relate to accidentally letting my kids get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Chase has always been my most accident prone, and I've always felt so awful. The worst thing that's ever happened to him, my biggest mom fail to date that I feel responsible for. I mean, Otto's had a lot of injuries, but they've all been self-inflicted. And not that I inflict injuries on my kids, but I had my straightener on. I was visiting in New York, and I had my straightener on. And it was on the counter, but the cord was dangling. And Chase was about to turn 1. But he was crazy. He was walking, he was climbing, he would climb up slides already. He was crazy mobile, all over the place. And I literally was standing right there doing my hair, doing my makeup. And he just all of a sudden walked in the bathroom and just pulled the cord down onto the floor. But then didn't just pull it down, he pulled it down and it kind of came towards him it was going to hit him. So he stumbled, and then he fell forward, and his hand and wrist got caught on the straightener, and it's like, like how hot do straightener get? Like 450 degrees, and burnt the ever loving S out of it. He still has like a little bit of scarring, and I literally was just like, yeah, I started like screaming and crying, and like I was like, I need to take him to the hospital. Like, I don't think anybody else was around. I forgot what. I think one of my sisters had Levi, so it was just me and Chase. And yeah, luckily there's an urgent care in little tiny Pulaski, but they made me wait.
Were you texting me and you were like a mess?
They literally made me wait. I'm like, this is urgent care. Like, there should be priority.
Yeah.
And then the nurse came in and tried giving us an ice pack. Now, I don't know if anybody knows anything about burns, but you never put an ice pack on a burn. You only put burns in cold water. And like at the time, like I didn't really know this. I just like, okay, like let me try to ice his burn. And they didn't even really look at it to see like the severity. It was just such a shit show. And oh my God, the guilt I felt for the next like month while it was healing.
I know, and all his little bandages.
He was such a trooper. I swear to God, the same day he was like acting fine, the next day he was playing outside again. Like,
yeah, and now he probably doesn't even know what happened.
No, he doesn't, but that was the worst. I think everyone except Otto has fallen off the bed, rolled off the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily onto carpet.
Oh, my gosh. I remember going down to my dad's, and Roland was almost one. And yeah, same thing, like pretty mobile, whatever. We were sleeping in bed, and he lives down south, so it's all like tile flooring.
Oh.
Yeah. And Ed and I were trying to sleep in a queen bed with Roland.
Oh.
And anyone that knows my husband, he's huge and takes up so much space. And I think I must have, and I didn't, with my co-sleeping journey, I just didn't trust Ed to sleep next to Roland.
Yeah, like have him in the middle.
Yeah. So I was in the middle. And I just remember waking up to literally like, oh my God, the sound still could give me nightmares.
Aww.
Like that sound of his head hitting tile flooring off of the bed was probably one of the worst things. I was a disaster. Like,
oh my gosh, those safe sleep people are going to come for you.
I know. Come for me. You can. That's fine. He's really well now. So
right.
say what you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awful.
It was so awful, really terrible. And yeah, that was bad. I'm trying to think. Oh, I have a story. This is my mom. What my mom did to me. She just gave me this little gem of a story
you needed to hear.
Yeah. So she said I was like a toddler, and she was giving me a bath, and then in her head she was like, oh, I'll just multitask. So she started blow drying my hair while I was in the bathtub, and like didn't even think about it, fully blow dried my hair while I was sitting in the bathtub.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And now she's like, now I know, like I knew before and I know now, but at the time it just didn't register that I probably shouldn't have a blow dryer
near
over the
bathtub
that my daughter's in.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Isn't that scary? But I feel like that's how scatterbrained you are when you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize how serious it was. I remember being pregnant, and I started washing my hands, and I was like, this soap's weird. And then I realized it was toothpaste. Like I put toothpaste on my hands.
Oh, wow. That's
to wash
special.
my hands. Yeah. Like just completely, wires are not attaching where they need to attach. I don't know. Wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Pregnancy and postpartum do crazy things to your hormones. Yeah. Like it's really crazy.
I remember I was in law school, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't be in school.
Oh my gosh,
maybe
I remember
I'm
that.
not worthy, because
oh my gosh, no.
I can't even wash my hands with soap.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, how about some wins? Do we have any wins?
I know, right? Let's even it out.
Yeah.
Any recent wins for you? You're like,
we're
no.
all alive.
All alive.
We are all alive. Oh, I will say we got Roland is done with preschool this year, and his teachers did some general evaluations, more so on like social emotional development rather than, they gave like a brief overview of academics. But I just feel like really great because from their take and how he is when he's in school, he's just super well-rounded.
Oh,
they were saying
good.
like how he's like a leader, but he can also be a part of a group and it's fine. Like he's just really well-rounded. So I'm really proud of that.
Aw.
I would say that's a win.
Yeah, that's a huge one.
Yeah. So that's really good. And they just said he's like really kind to everyone. And those feel good to hear those things because at home, it feels as if our house is, it's fist fight central recently.
Oh, man.
And that's pretty overwhelming. So it was nice to hear like, oh, he is a sweet boy. And he is sweet in the house too. Just the boys are rough and it can be draining.
Oh, yeah. I hear ya.
Yeah.
I do know.
Yeah. How about you?
That's always nice to hear. And I can totally relate because the same gets said about my two big ones, that they're, sweet and well-rounded. And then when they come home, it's like, it's their safe space. So it's like game on at home. But some wins for me. I got the boys' room switched.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to move our youngest in with them. So there's me 3 boys in one room, which who knows how that will actually be. But I got the room set up. So, and then like another one is I'm going on my first sister trip.
Yeah.
This
so
weekend that I
exciting.
planned, and like it's actually happening, which feels really weird. Last time it was like I told Joe, really? You have a lot to say?
He said he wants to go on a sister trip.
I know, right? He's like, I'll go. Sounds fun. I was like, I feel nervous about going.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
I know, it'll be great.
For the 3 kids in a room, I think that's a huge win. We did that. We transferred right when I was having Kobe. And it took a few months, but now all 3 of them are sleeping through the night in their room together.
Yeah.
Which is a huge win.
That is a huge win. Oh, that's the other win is my youngest. So he does a floor bed next to our bed and usually starts out there and then like halfway through the night will come up to our bed. And the past 2 nights he slept in his own bed. He's woken up, but like all I had to do was like put my hand down next to him and he slept there until at least 5 a.m.
That's exciting.
Which is really exciting. So
win.
I feel like like moving him in with his brothers is hopefully going to be somewhat smooth.
It helped my 3rd. I think because he like felt, I don't know, like the presence. I don't know. I'm a big boy and I get to sleep in the cool room and be with my brothers. And yeah.
So that was a win.
Yeah.
The sleep and the changing of rooms, because that was like one of the bigger projects on my to-do list. I have like so many.
I know.
Nesting this time around is really intensely crazy for me. I'm just like, my house. Oh my God. Like apparently when I'm having my 4th baby, like I'm never going to be able to do any projects ever again. So I must get them all done in the next 2.5 months.
I mean, that's valid. That's really valid. So
I know. So yeah, I got that big. I mean, it's not like complete, but everything's all switched over. Oh, and I deep cleaned the rooms and it just felt so good. Like,
yeah.
So those are some mom wins recently.
Oh, another mom win. Well, not really, but we've been having, it's crazy when we have the bigs, but we've been making more of a point to have at least like some really good quality time for family dinners. And before I was a stickler where I was like, we have family dinner this time every night. I'm not fluctuating. Like if you guys aren't here, Ed, you miss it. And then I realized like it was kind of hurting my soul because it was like me and the boys having dinner alone. So I became a little bit more flexible and we've been able to have some more family dinners, which is nice. And all the kids enjoy it and they get to like lead their conversation. And we always do our, things we're grateful for and stuff like that. And it's really cute to watch them all like talk and converse together and everything. So
that is nice.
Yeah. Whereas I would lead it before, they kind of like, they bring it up every night. So it's really cute.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So that's a win.
That is a big win. Didn't you also just get, what's your calendar called? I feel like that's a win.
Oh,
and you like cut it up.
That is a win. Don't really know how to say that. Just like cozy LA. I don't know. We got a big, it's literally an electronic
calendars.
Yeah. And it's a tablet. There's every app you can want on it.
Wow.
And so there's a meal prepping app and a grocery list. So my family can just, if they run out of ketchup, they can put it on the list. And if you don't put it on the list, you don't get the ketchup.
Yeah.
Because I'm, just taking some of the mental load off. So that's a huge win.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love it. We haven't fully dove into it, but we have the calendar set up for the next couple months. And then we've just been playing around with meal planning and all of that on there. It's pretty cute. I like it a lot. And you can email it. So when we get Jada soccer, for instance, her schedule comes to our email. We set an email up specifically to that tablet so we can email it to the tablet and it automatically adds it onto the calendar.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like a huge win, like organizational win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna get the smaller version, but yeah, we just have there's just so much going on.
It's Mom fail. I keep hitting him in the head with my headphones because I have no spatial awareness.
Look at his little bald spot.
I know.
Oh, I love when they like rub their little hair off and then like it starts coming back.
Yeah. And then this is like so thick and crazy.
It's so wild.
Yeah. If I was to like brush this down, he wouldn't look as bald. It's just shrinkage.
It's cute. All my babies got a little bald spot
where they do.
Where they just
little
like
head rubs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I really want to. I think we need to do a post though, because I want to hear everyone's mom's fails so I don't feel as bad. I've had so many falls and bumps and bruises. And
have you ever not yelled? Because I don't think either of us are really like yellers, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, like yelling is like, I don't know, like pretty intense. I raise my voice to get their attention for sure. But have you ever scolded the wrong child?
Yes.
For doing something that the other one did?
100% yes. And then they'll look at me and be like, that wasn't me. And I'm like, okay, well, whoever it was.
I know. Usually I'll be like, oh, well, I'm sorry, but like, what is happening? That's another one that I don't do it often, but definitely happens. Cause like, yeah, I'll just like, they'll be getting into it or getting into something. And, sometimes it's hard to tell apart what, like who's who and what's happening.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, well, you're both involved. So you know what?
Yeah.
I scolded you, but yeah,
totally.
Both of your faults anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, another klutzy thing. This isn't really a mom fail, it's just a personal fail. I somehow had probably a baby on me and bags in my hand, and I went to slam my door, like my car door. And somehow my wedding ring got caught on the door.
Oh.
And it bent like the wedding ring, and then the little diamonds underneath fell out.
What?
Yeah, this happened maybe a year and a half ago, and I had to
get it fixed?
Yeah, it was right before I went to your wedding, actually, and
I
was nervous.
You didn't wear the
yeah, and I brought a fake one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh,
so
ouch.
Yeah, that was really crazy, and I'm like, how does this even happen? Like literally, there's not even a half inch underneath my ring, between my finger and my ring, and somehow I don't know. No idea.
I remember vividly getting my fingers shut in the door as a child, so I'm just like waiting for that to happen to somebody.
I know. Yeah, that's bad.
Knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
But that is always so painful. It is a nice little event session. I think we have some really great wins in there though, so like it all balances out.
We do. Yeah.
We're all trying our best. Like,
It's life.
the fails are like, they feel so big, but then like you like zoom out and it's like, oh, it doesn't actually happen every day. I don't bash my like walk into the door with my kid in my hands every day. Like,
maybe once a week. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, right? Like, life is so busy and it just keeps moving so fast. Like,
it is busy.
Things just happen.
Yeah. I think a little tidbit to help cope that I have found help me cope is I became really good at, because I would place all the blame on myself, which obviously the majority of the time it is my fault.
Right.
But I've just became really good at like projecting in my head, like, this isn't your fault. If someone would have moved the box in front of the garage door, then you wouldn't have smashed your baby's head off the door. Like, little things like that make me feel better. Probably not great. A therapist would not recommend you do that, but it helps you deal with the guilt a little bit more. So just project in your head. Don't say it out loud and actually blame people, but take some of the pressure off yourself.
Yeah. Just, that's like one of the biggest things. You got to let shit go.
Yeah.
Especially when you have more than one.
Literally. Let it go.
You got to let it go.
Surrender.
Literally.
To perfection. It will not happen. There's no such thing as perfection. There's just not.
Well, this was like a fun little episode.
I know we both snuck on here.
Hopefully.
Have a busy day.
I know. Hopefully it was relatable. And
so
a big one. I would really love to hear everyone else's.
Yeah. Seriously.
Fails.
We've
shared some of our most vulnerable moments, okay?
Seriously. And safe sleep people do not come for me. Actually, I don't really care, but like, be easy on me.
Yeah, right.
Because I still co-sleep. And yeah.
It was your first. You were figuring it out.
Yeah, I mean, he was almost a year, but it was just a forced situation. At home, we have safer sleep.
Okay. Also, you didn't mention that you were pregnant.
Oh yeah, I was pregnant. I was super pregnant.
Yeah. So duh.
And I didn't have him next to my almost 300-pound husband that could have suffocated him. So
it's a total win. That's not even a mom fail. It's a mom win.
Thank you. Support. See?
That's what this is all about.
Okay.
Well, go feed your baby and drink your coffee that I know you got.
Yeah, it's already gone.
Oh, okay. Hey,
yeah,
well,
I've already had a whole day happen this morning. So.
Same. I did a workout.
Okay. Good for you.
Okay, bye, Kobe.
I gotta go feed this. Let's say bye-bye.
He's like, give me that boob.
You know, his grunting is gonna be like all
I know. Bye.
Okay, bye.